Okay, that should be better. Actually, while I'm here, I'm just going to check camera. Hopefully that sounds on now. Yeah, camera seems to be okay. Actually, just going to check the mic. Let's try this. Okay, yeah, it's definitely sound bass going up. Just going to double check that. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to reset the whole thing, so it's kind of like a new stream from the last stream that I had to hit the end. Actually, just going to check, make sure there's so actually, if you're getting sound, type in the chat and that. I'm a little bit behind. Okay, can you hear me now? That's good. Okay, sorry, need to set up again. The microphone wasn't connected. I should have checked that actually before I went on. There's some, especially, well, no, actually, it shouldn't affect OBS. It's being my clicking and mic and that. Okay, so I'm going to wait for about 2 more minutes before starting the tape quiz. And these is coming up to a quarter to on my side. Even though here looks a bit behind on what you're getting, according to my screen up here, what I'm looking at. Actually, let's get the questions out and make sure I have the answer pages. Yep. I'm going to start back from question 1 before the crash, just so that we're on this stream and that. So definitely have to make sure that Wi-Fi is always rebooted and that. I'm just gonna move this up a little bit in a sense, temporarily block the chat and that. Also, just make sure anyone here, do not push your answers in the comments section. Or if you do, basically don't put it into chat. I mean, basically push our chat about now as we start the quiz. Okay, welcome to the quiz. Starting with question 1. In 2019, as I was filming series 1 of my YouTube series, I visited 2 places in Wales with the same name. What is the name that they both shared? Just to repeat the question, I'm going to say questions twice. In 2019, as I was filming series 1 of my YouTube series, I visited 2 places in Wales with the same name. What is the name that they both shared? Okay, there's this slight problem with countdown time. It's just put 2 hours and 2 seconds. I'm going to have to shift that a little bit in the next question. So I'm just going to take off the low battery mode. Might be pushing me out to this in time. And that's 2 seconds. So question 2. The second accommodation that I stayed in for 2 nights in did not give me enough of something. What was it that they did not give me enough of for my stay? And it's a self-catering accommodation, so it's not anything to do with food, just to let you know. Just to repeat, question 2. The second accommodation that I stayed in for 2 nights in did not give me enough of something? What was it that they did not give me enough of for my stay? And again, I'll repeat, it's a self-occasion commendation, just to make sure. Also, if anyone's coming across this live stream later, you can just do the quiz, like play through and try and do the quiz. Hopefully you've got pen and paper to write down. I forgot to mention that at the start. Or else you might have to rewind. So there. Okay. Can everyone hear me okay? Just type in the chat and that. Just make sure I'm loud enough. So, question 3. In Orly, they have a museum named after two of the most famous residents who lives there at the same time. Who are they? That also, the place name is Olney. And just to repeat question 3. Question 3. In Orly, they have a museum named after two of the most famous residents who lived there at the same time. Who are they? You might feel a bit lost on that question, or you might find one of the answers. Okay, you can't find it a bit, but generally okay. Actually, let me just... That's a full blast on this thing. Okay, actually, sorry. Maybe I should just switch microphones actually. No, actually I won't. Yeah, if it's Jenny, okay. Okay. So I'm just typing. Okay, I think going to move on to question 4. I think it's about 2 seconds after the second. Question 4. What type of eating place in Barmouth, North Wales, encourages people to take pictures of what they got and put it up on Twitter? Question 4. What type of eating place in Barmouth, North Wales, encourages people to take pictures of what they got and put it up on Twitter? Also, with some of these questions, not many people might have watched my videos. I tried to make it, if people know the area or like have an idea on Britain, they might be able to get some of the answers without watching the videos. Also, not all the answers to every question is in the videos. There are some questions that I've never mentioned the information in that, like question 2 and that. So, question 5. What town or city did I start my trip on the buses around Britain from? Question 5. What town or city did I start my trip on the buses around Britain from? And bear in mind, I live in Ireland, so I had to go over to Britain. That should eliminate a few places. A good few places. Right? Also, I don't know if you're in teens or doing it by yourself. Okay. Question 6. In what place did I first see a London bus while flying Series 1 of A to Z by local bus? just before we... Sorry, just someone's asking a question. Hopefully they're catching up. Well, at least with me on the feed. Question 6. In what place did I first see a London bus while playing Series 1 of A to Z by Local Bus? Also, not too worried if you don't hear the bell on the thing. It's basically just giving me, as long as I'm listening to it, that's the important thing. Question 7. In which town is the British Schools Museum located in? In which town is the British Schools Museum located in? And don't forget, at the end of the quiz, I'll give you a chance to look for, well, if you want to question repeated before I give the answers on that. Question 8. What mountain range did I take both a train and bus to go up? What mountain range did I take both a train and a bus to go up? Also, well, you just want to type in chat question when I say question 6. I'll be also in block. So I don't know him at all. Just say it's starting 6. Because of the delay between me reading out the question and trying to get to the people, to you guys watching and that on the stream live. Just that slight delay. Question 9. Which is closer to the entrance to the Crewe Heritage Centre? Is it the railway station or the bus station? Which is closer to the entrance to the Crewe Heritage Centre? The railway station or the bus station? So there's a good chance you should get that. It's 50% chance of getting the right answer, 50 for getting the right answer, since it's multiple choice. At least so far there is some chat in there, but no answers to the question, which is good. Just more asking things and that. Question 10. In North Wales, there is 2 places I know of that are a tight squeeze for buses to get through. Can you name both of these places? And what type of feature does the bus have to go through at these places? Just repeat that. Question 10. In North Wales, there is 2 places I know of that are a tight squeeze for buses to get through. Can you name both of these places? And what type of feature does the bus have to get through at these places? Okay, that's a bit more thinking that. So that's 2 answers. Also, that's where the live feed froze last time, I was told. Matt. So looking okay. At least I have sound, so I'm these actions. Yep, definitely still going here. That's why I haven't frozen this week. Okay, question 11. What roofing material and chemical element is commonly found in North Wales? Question 11. What roofing material and concrete element is commonly found in North Wales? Also, I was given a tip to say the question's choice as well, right? Right? To catch that. So that's more, with that question 11, that's more geography in that. If you understand, have good understanding of geography, you should get that one right. Question 12. What is the bus route number of the bus that you can get to go from Carnarvon to Clondalkin? Question 12. What is the bus route number of the bus that you can get to go from Carnarvon to Clondalkin? Okay, someone asks, what's the price? Well, if you win, it's worth it. You give yourself as a prize for a ring. Also, make sure you're honest and truthful when correcting the answers and that, or else you're really cheating yourself. Question 12. Oh, hang on, we've done question 12. So, question 13. On what date was the licence for Express Motors to operate buses and coaches revoked? Sorry, I'll repeat the question first and then comment. 13. Question 13. On what date was the licence for Express Motors to operate buses and coaches revoked? Actually, I'm kind of blocking myself on that. Basically, just what date did they lose the license? So quickly transfer over. Actually, maybe I shouldn't throw on the sheet. That's what I should have done actually. Throw it to one side. E.N. Block just wrote a chocolate peanut. And then actually he wrote the pleasure of knowing you did as well. Right. Okay, question 14. Staying with the fact Western Motors lost the license. It's in question 14. What was the reason for the license being revoked? Question 14. What was the reason for the license being revoked? Or why did they lose the license? The reason behind it? Let's give a bit about 2 seconds to let brains be work on that. But hopefully not too long that someone's trying to look up answers on that. Especially at the end of the day, if you're looking up on the internet, you're just cheating yourself in a sense, instead of trying to work half about questions to see if you do get them right. Okay, I think we're on question 15. I hope we are. I'm not repeating myself here. Question 15. I travelled from Pennine Pass to Bengalich on the S4 route on the first Monday of the trip. But if I had stayed on the bus and not got off at Bengalich, at which major town in North Wales would I have ended up in? Question 15. I travelled from Pennine Pass to Bengalich on the S4 route on the first Monday of the trip. But if I had stayed on the bus and not got off at Bengalich, at which major town in North Wales would I have ended up in? I'm just going to read out some more. Who are the 4 people watching? Someone's asked. Okay, that's a tricky one. I don't have that information in front of me. except for the names that are in chat actually. Well, actually, it's just E in block just asked. Repeat that question. I actually can't see names unless you type something in the chat on that. That's the only way I know who's on the quiz. That 16. I was unable to visit one of the museums that I had planned to visit due to a private funeral taking place, and ended up visiting the cathedral instead. In which city was that museum located? Question 16. I was unable to visit one of the museums that I had planned to visit due to a private funeral taking place, and ended up visiting the cathedral instead. In which city was that museum located? The obvious bit is there. It's got to be a cathedral city. Right. Who was? Possibly. I don't. At least I don't really know. Like I can see the number of reviewers. As I said, unless they type into chat and recognise the IDs, I really can't tell. Oh, actually, also I might be one of the numbers in that. I'm not sure. Well, I just jumped to 0 on that before actually in my live stream. But I think I might be counted as a viewer connecting up. I don't know exactly how it works fully to really say 100%. Okay, question 17. When I was travelling over to Britain on the type of transport I used to get to Britain, I saw Cadbury's cream eggs, caramel eggs, Oreo eggs and mini eggs on offer. How much in sterling did it cost to get any 3 of these chocolates at the offer price? Question 17. When I was travelling over to Britain on the type of transport I used to get to Britain, I saw Cadbury's cream eggs, caramel eggs, Oreo eggs and mini eggs on offer. How much in sterling did it cost to get any 3 of these chocolates at the offer price? Also, with that question, so I just start the clock. With that question, if you written 5 pence, you actually will get some points either side. Also, I'll explain exactly the system to work out how many points you get. What about someone thinks they know the answer to 17. 18. In what town was the famous Eastgate clock in Chester made? And can you name the company that made it? Question 18. In what town was the famous Eastgate clock in Chester made? And can you name the company that made it? Mario? So someone just typed Mario. Yeah. Oh, actually, sorry. It was Oreo eggs. Was what for question 17 is what? Sorry, someone must have mistaken what I said for that. Just okay. Okay, question 19. Bus route T12 in Wales runs between 2 places in Wales. So, question 19. Bus route T12 in Wales runs between which two places in Wales? Sorry, so that's later on. Just repeat it one more time. Question 19. Bus route T12 in Wales runs between which two places in Wales? Actually, someone just wrote in block. Oh, you need to clean those your ears. Phil one, I think. Okay, question 20. What is the number of the bus route that used to go from Sorry again, that I made a mistake. Question 20. What is the number of the bus route that you used to go from Holyhead to Camas Bay? And that's spelled Cenaes and Borough Bay. So question 20. What is the number of the bus route that you used to go from Holyhead to Camas Bay? Just spell the word name of the place, the second place again. Cenaes and then Bay. Just in case I'm pronouncing wrong. I'm just going to slip over to turn the light, over the headlight. It's just getting a bit dark on that. Okay, I'm back. Oh, forgot about the countdown time here. So, last question. Just give you time to answer, and then I'll ask the other question. With a bit of time delay. Okay, I have got through this bit quicker. Yeah, everything's working, so it's not frozen. Is there any question you want me to repeat? Just type in the chat. I'll give you a few. Okay, side pill. Actually, what? Get one. Oh, actually, I know. Someone else typed in wrong. Okay. So I'm just waiting for a few minutes to see if anyone wants me to repeat a question. I just need to give them time to type in the chat. If you just type in the number of the question, actually, just speed things up. Of course, I have to wait for them to, since they're a bit behind on the stream, there's a time difference. Whatever it is, just give you a few more minutes in case. Just bear in mind that, as I said, there is with the time difference between for them to catch up where I said that and go in the chat. Just going to do a countdown actually. See if there's anything. Actually, I think someone's probably gone to someone's head. Just having in mind. There's 20 questions. So hopefully I haven't missed one. Okay, actually I'm going to start the answers. So I'll also tell you how many points you get. So with a maximum of 35 points at the top of it. So the answer to question 1, so I'll just read the question as well. In 2019, as I was playing series 1 of my YouTube series, I visited 2 places in Wales with the same name. what is the name that they both share? The answer is Clonfert, and that's 1 point if you got that. Question 2, what was the item that they left me short of? It's actually toilet paper, and that's 1 point if you got that. Question 3, the answer to question 3. I did drop kind of a hint in there. If I said you might feel a bit lost with the question, or you might find an answer. If you focus on the words lost and found, you might think of the hymn Amazing Grace. And if you did, you would have got the answer of John Newton, who composed that. And the other famous person that the museum is named after is William Cowper. I think that's spelled Cowper. So I'll kind of drop the hint to see if we would get one. So it's 1 point for each of those two names, if you got it. That's a maximum of 2 points. So, number 4, what type of food place in Barmouth encourages people to take pictures of what they got? Is actually the local ice cream shop, which is 1 point. Okay, so question 5, the answer to it. What time did I start my trip on the buses around Britain from? It's actually Holyhead, and that's 1 point. As I got the ferry over on the Friday night before starting on the Saturday. So, the answer to question 6, when I was filming the series, where was the first place I saw a London bus? The answer is Crewe Railway Heritage Centre. If you got that in full, it's 2 points. If you just said Crewe, it's 1 point. So, question 7 is, where's the British School Museum located, in which town? It's actually Hitchin. That's 1 point. I'll just spell out to make sure, in case I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's Hitchin. So, answer to question 8. Which mountain range does it take both a train and a bus to go up? And two different points in that mountain range, and not as high as usual. It's actually, the mountain range is actually Snowdonia. So it's 1 point if you manage to say that. So at this point I think you're safe enough, but honestly can't see. So question 9, which is closer to the Crewe Heritage Centre or Railway Centre? The railway station or the bus station? The answer is the bus station. So if you got that, that's 1 point. Okay, question 10. So the two places in North Wales that are tight squeeze for a bus to go through is the Menai Bridge and a gate in the Conway town wall. So if you said those in full, you get 4 points, 2 for each. If you said Menai Bridge, if you said Menai or Bangor, you get 1 point. If you said Conway, you get 1 point. Also, if you said town names, you get, so like both town names, you get 2 points on that. So, question 11. So, what roofing material and cabin element is commonly found in North Wales? The answer is, for the roofing material, it's slate, and for the cabin element, it's copper. So if you got both of those, you get 2 points. If you just got one, you just get 1 point. Question 12. Oh yes, the bus route number from going from Carnarvon to Clondurno. It's actually bus route 5. Number 5 is the route number. So it's 1 point if you got that. Also, at the start when I first went, it was from both ends was Route 5. Then the Carnarvon to Bangor section changed to 5C. I didn't count that, and the fact that the ends is now changed slightly again with a letter after the number. So I didn't really count that. I just looked for 5 where you wanted there. So the next question is, on what date was the license for Express Motors revoked? You get 1 point if you get the correct day, another point if you get the correct month, and a point for the correct year. So it's a maximum 3 points for this. The date is the 31st of December 2017 or 2017, depending which way you look at it. Also, there's nothing for being close. So usually you've got the exact day, month, and year. Or plus, if you don't have the exact day but have the exact month, you still get a point on those. So for the correct day, you get 1 point. Correct month, you get 1 point. And the correct year, you get 1 point. Also, you wouldn't have found the answer to that in any of my videos. That's one of the things. So question 14. Also, the reason for them losing the license was falsifying their maintenance records. That's 1 point if you got that, which actually is very serious. So they're playing the Tories for losing. Also, they had an accident the year before in France for one of their coaches, and that's how it came to light. That's the answer to 14, just in case, for falsifying their maintenance records. Okay, question 15. So if I stayed on a bus that I got from Penny Pass to Bengarrick on the S4 route, as soon as I got to Bengarrick, it actually changed to the S97 route the bus was on. So if you said Carnarvon, you're actually wrong. Portmagic is the correct answer for that. So it's 1 point. Another bus operates the Bengarrick to Carnarvon route, which you have to change buses in Bengarrick to continue on that. Okay, so question 16. So the museum that was closed for the private funeral was located in Lichfield. So it's 1 point if you said Lichfield. Question 17. Well, if you got 3 of those chocolates, Cadbury's Cream Egg, Caramel Egg, Oreo eggs, mini eggs, on the offer price, it would cost £1 sterling. So if you said £1, you get 6 points. If you've been out within 5 pence either side, take the number of pence you owe by from 6 to give you the number of points you get. So basically, if you said 95 pence, to say, oh, £1.05, you would get 1 point. So I've kind of been more lenient the closer you are to the correct answer, the more points you get. And if you get it exactly, you get 6 points. So if you're out by 1 pence, or either side, you just get 5 points instead. The answer to question 18. So the town that the Eastgate clock in Chester was made was in Whitchurch. That's WHIT, then word church. And it was made by J.B. Joyce and Company. So if you said Whitchurch, you get 1 point. If you said J.B. Joyce and Company, or maybe Joyce and Company, you get 1 point. So a maximum of 2 points for that question. Question 19. The 2 places in Wales that the T12 operates between is Machynlleth. Sorry, I better spell that. My tongue can't get around pronouncing that word. It's Machynlleth. and the other place is Wrexham. So if you said both of those places, you get 2 points. If you said one of them, you get 1 point. So the position of the double L in that first town name just throws me off every time I try and pronounce it. That's why I find it very hard to pronounce it, even though I've been a few times. So the last one, question 20. What is the number of the bus that you use to go from Holyhead to Camas Bay? Its bus route is 61. So if you say that, you get 1 point. So that's a maximum of 35 points. So hopefully you're topping up your scores. And if you want to put how many points you get in the chat, just let me know, just to see how well you've done. Also, has anyone got 35 points? Or has anyone got 30 points? Actually, sorry, I'm going a bit quick. Forgot about the time delay. Better give a bit in there. So hopefully they're totting up on that. Also, I do have a little fun question about EI in block has got a total of 13 points. Not bad. These could have been worse than that. Actually, so Phil says who early in the chat got 16 points. Has he got any more points since then? Oh, actually, someone. Say, the heck, block. Phil, pants on fire for lying. For mine. Oh, actually, maybe he didn't get 16. Eddie. Okay, this actually there are too many ones in chat on that. Just a fun question for ending. You can type the answer into chat for this one. How many bus routes are there in Britain? So hopefully some people can't wait to see what numbers come up in the chat. That's a matter of interest. Okay, not too bad on time. Got 6 minutes left before I end the stream. Okay, a few minutes with lost kind of with a slow internet. Okay, so actually, yeah, at the moment I'm not sure about who to give Monzo to. Especially I'm not sure whose idea I'm looking at. So E in block says 1024. Actually, Phil put 2014, and then he put 1014, then 1024. Of course, truthfully, I have no idea of how many bus routes there in Britain. I haven't sat down and worked out. I would have to go through every area in Travelline, different towns and places to try and put it into a spreadsheet. So it's a hard question to really know the answer. That's why I called it a fun question for the end. Also, just my interest. Do you want me to do another quiz next week? Especially I can do questions, different type questions, maybe on TV. Kind of divide questions into 5 questions. It's kind of 4 rounds of 5 questions each. Maybe one part could be on TV programs. Oh, Phil said I corrected myself. Okay. Well, actually, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter what you put down. As I said, I really don't know the number of pursuits. I haven't really sat down on that. I know kind of because there's a few. He just wrote trick question, fake quiz. Just put it for a bit of fun. It wasn't like those points or anything. Okay, actually, Ian Block said maybe in 2 weeks. Okay, I can do that. I'll probably just do a general, maybe find something else to do on the live stream next week. Then I can put together a little quiz for 2 weeks. Okay. Oh, countdown. As I do this series, I'll probably have more idea to try and get to the end. Especially as how then how what pursuits there. And that. So I'm just going to get ready for closing bit. So definitely. Okay, so at the moment, yeah, this is not too bad. I could have been doing this quiz with no one turning up, but having these 3 to 4 kind of stay good. Nice. So at least I'm happy with that way. So actually, I think that's about what I can do. Nice. So I'm going to end the stream now. Just get into the stream down mode. And here we go. Okay. So let's try.